Swifties, are y'all feeling the new Taylor Swift album? If you're not a Swiftie, have you listened to it yet? I've been reading some of the comments on some of these videos, and it seemed like it's not really being felt. And it seems like the Swifties is tired of buying different versions of her albums. People ain't just wasting money on anything these days. People ain't even wasting their likes on social media anymore. They being real frivolous, is that the word, with their likes. But that's another topic. The Swifties aren't eating this album up like folks anticipated, or like Taylor Swift and her label may have anticipated. And here are some of the comments before I get into the blackout poem that I made.
Wow, so I just got done listening to the newest album from Taylor Swift, The Life of A Showgirl, for the first time, and I am almost shocked at how truly bad this was.
If you listen to the new Taylor Swift album with your ears, I think you're going to be happy, but if you listen with your brain, I think you're going to be confused.
Did I just listen to an album that had an entire track about Travis Kelce's Redwood Tree?
One of these comments saying, why are you so obsessed with me? Are you a lesbian? And a song is really Regina George. Now I understand why The Life of a Showgirl was released on October 3rd. Aside from the accusation that she's trying to copy Sabrina and Chappelle's concept, which I don't know who is Chappelle or Chappelle. Who is that? I know who Sabrina is, Sabrina Carpenter. Her album used to have these few things: songs about having a crush, about how hard her life is, about how she got hate all the time, a few edgy songs, and a diss track. It's exhausting listening to the same song, especially when you're aware that Taylor is about to turn 36. It's like with the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj thing about their age, it's like, y'all too old to be acting like, high schoolers beefing over, who's more popular. With Taylor Swift, it's like, you too old to be making these songs, these little teeny bop songs, like you still in high school experiencing crushes and teenage love and heartbreak and just having it so hard. I used to love Taylor, but her last few albums are just a reminder that she is an out-of-touch white woman who is a billionaire. My takeaway, my takeaway is Travis is an awful muse. There's no depth in any song about him. The Swifties coming around and realizing they were in a cult all along wasn't on my 2025 bingo list, but here we are. It's so bad though. I'm a Swiftie. I've liked every single album, although Reputation took me some time to come around to. The Life of a Showgirl is just so low effort, it is frankly insulting. It's almost as if she's outright saying that it doesn't matter what slop she promotes or what slop she produces. The Swifties will lap it up and thank her for it. I like maybe 2 or 3 tracks on it, and I'm so glad I didn't actually spend any money to get it. Which brings me to her post about her acoustic versions being up on her site for 24 hours. The comments on this post: your fans are broke. Hi Taylor, I say this with respect and genuine admiration for your artistry, but I feel it's important to be honest as a longtime fan. The constant wave of limited editions, alternative versions, and 24-hour exclusives is starting to feel less like a celebration of music and more like a marketing strategy aimed at fans' loyalty. With love and respect, a fan who values the music more than the merchandise. Taylor, we're literally in a recession. Taylor, babe, we out here being attacked by our government. Read the room, sis. We love you, but we can barely afford orange juice and rent. In this economy, girl, read the room. We have already bought albums for this record. Like, what you giving us more for? We already done listened to them all. We don't need to hear the acoustic versions. We can't afford all that. Hey, kitty. Now I make my money being pretty and witty. She told us already. Okay, let me get into this poem. I ended up creating 2 blackout poems for 2 of the songs on The Life of a Showgirl. One of them being Father Figure and the other was the Cancel song. I listened to 2 other songs that I was thinking about doing, and I may or may not, depending how these 2 go. I ain't gonna lie, as much as the Swifties aren't feeling this album, I was feeling the songs that I ended up doing for the blackout poems, because I will say that these 2 songs that I did blackout poems for, the poems end up being, again, some of my favorite ones. I'll say these 2 Taylor Swift songs is in the top, and then the 2 that I did with my friend Josh. So the Cardi B, Man of Your Word, and the Doja Cat, Couples Therapy. Those are so far my top 4. I'll have to figure out what that 5th one is, but those are my top 4. So for this video, we're going to get into the Father Figure blackout poem. I do think I like this one a lot better than the one I did for Cancel, but again, I really like them both. The Father Figure blackout poem, I ended up creating 3 versions for. I really love when these songs give me a lot to work with, where I end up making 2 or 3 versions of them. And I think that's really how you know it's one of the good ones or one of my best ones, when I can come up with 2 or 3 versions. These versions ain't for sale or nothing. I'm putting them out for free. Y'all gonna watch. Y'all getting all 3 versions in this video for free. Ain't gonna be up on no site for 24 hours or nothing. No shade to Taylor. For this one, I didn't really record the process, so I'm just gonna go in and read the 3 versions that I got. The first 2 versions may or may not be complete. I don't know. The third one I ended up complete and fully, but here's the first 2. I'm over here. Blah, 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 blah. When you were young, you turned to your father. I drank brown liquor with the fishes, or a deal with the fishes. So when you were young, you turned to your father. I drank brown liquor with the fishes, or you turned to your father and I drank brown liquor, which was a deal with the fishes. This one could be like, this is a mother talking to her child, telling her child that, you know, when you were young, you had to turn to your father because I was an alcoholic. I was an alkie. I was drinking to drown myself out of or in all the emotions that was weighing me down. Then we have the second version here where it says, when you were young, I say using the lyrics, when you were young, I saw potential. Your father, the devil, saw thoughtless, foolish decisions surrounded with the fishes. So this one is like, I'm really making the fathers look kind of evil here. My bad. But, you know, there's some good fathers out there. When you were young, I saw potential. So this is a mother again talking to her child. She's saying, you know, I saw potential in you, but your father, he just saw you being thoughtless and foolish, making bad decisions, like you was ruining your life or something. He saw you being too emotional, things like that, surrounded with the fishes. Fishes, especially if you're like in an ocean or something, the ocean and the fishes and all of that can represent emotions. If you're thinking about Pisces being the 2 fishes, it can go into the delusions and illusions and all of that. Or it can be saying that, you know, he saw your dreams and your gifts and talents. He saw those as illusions because he couldn't see how you could actually turn that into something. So now this third version here, the one that I like a lot, which again, I always end up having different versions that I can end it on as well. But here we go. I found you with the devil. I pay the tricks. I asked for loyalty, my dear. Drink that brown liquor. Make deals with the devil. Because my profit, my name, the ambition on visions. So this is where another version where I was trying to decide, you know, the ambition on visions that fulfill dreams, the ambition on visions to fulfill dreams. I protect the family. You mistake my kindness for weakness and find your father with me. Or you mistake my kindness for weakness and find your empire belongs to me. Or you mistake my kindness for weakness and find your empire with me. You mistake my kindness for weakness and find your father with me sounds crazy. This is basically a woman saying, you know, I found you with the devil. The devil could be another woman or a prostitute or whatever, because the next line I put, I pay the tricks. So she's like, you know, I paid that trick that I found you with. I asked you for loyalty, my love, my dear, but this ain't even no real love. I asked you for loyalty, so go ahead, you know, you ain't give it to me, so go ahead and drink that brown liquor. Go ahead and make your deals with the devil. You go ahead and do that, because my profit, my name, what I gain out of this, the ambition on visions that fulfill dreams, that's going to fulfill my dreams and my family, that I protect, that you over here, you know, messing up your legacy and everything for your family. Well, you've mistaken my kindness for weakness doing that. And now you done effed around and found out your empire, your whole empire belongs to me. You done effed around and found out me and your father been messing around. No, I'm just playing, because that really sounds crazy, especially if she talking about how she done asked him for loyalty and found him with tricks and stuff. Like, you can't be messing with somebody's father and then complaining about them messing with other women and stuff. So this is the version that I'm gonna go with, though. I did read those other 2 versions and they go along perfectly with it, but this is the one right here. I found you with the devil. I paid the tricks. I asked for loyalty, my dear. Drink that brown liquor. Make deals with the devil, because my profit, my name, the ambition on visions to fulfill dreams, I protect the family. You mistake my kindness for weakness and find your empire belongs to me. You mistake my kindness for weakness and find your empire with me. So if you haven't already, go ahead and watch my Doja Cat couples therapy blackout poem video. That's a really good one that I really enjoy. I collabed with my friend on it. A lot of people liked the Man of Your Word video, and that's one that I also collabed with my friend on. So you probably like the couples therapy one as well. And just check them all out. You know, it's a lot of them in there I got so far, building up. I might as well make a whole playlist just for the blackout poems, because those are kind of building up right now. Let me know which version is your favorite out of the father figure blackout poems that I created, and comment below what other songs I should do next. Y'all already know I got the Taylor Swift cancel video coming.